Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are doing part 2 of reading series that I'm currently in the middle of. My first video of this series is me setting up my series tracker. So if you haven't seen that video, go check that out. I had tons of fun making it. It's not anything special by any means, but it was fun. And it was fun to see what series I'm in the middle of and create a better way to track that. But in this video, I finally got my hands on a copy of The Hawthorne Legacy by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. And so we will be reading this series in this video today. I read The Inheritance Games like last year sometime, put all of the books on my wish list, and then my grandma was super sweet and bought me a book off my wish list, and she bought me The Final Gambit. So I've been kind of waiting for a while to get The Hawthorne Legacy so that I can read both of them. So I finally got The Hawthorne Legacy. I'm really excited to get started. So these are books we're gonna read in this vlog. We'll start with The Hawthorne Legacy. I've actually already read both of these books. I'm finishing this intro late because I hate filming intros. So anyway, we're gonna start with The Hawthorne Legacy, do my thoughts, and then we'll go into The Final Gambit and go from there and see where we get. So, send you back to Pascalin. All right, I am 100 pages into The Hawthorne Legacy, and so far, I don't have a ton of thoughts yet. I still feel like I'm trying to get back into the world. I read The Inheritance Games in summer of last year. I think it was probably July. So it's been a little while, but I watched a little recap video, but I still kind of feel like I'm not quite in the world yet again. But I don't feel like that's the book's fault. That's not a comment about the book. I wish I would have went straight into it, but it is what it is, right? It is moving super quickly. I love that the chapters in here are short because it makes a book feel like it's going way faster. I've been reading the same amount of time that I would have taken me in any other book, but this one just feels faster, which is nice because I feel like the last couple books I've read have felt very slow. So I appreciate that. Before literally the 100th page, I was like, I don't feel like stuff's happening, but I don't feel like a ton is happening. I don't feel like anything too crazy yet. We're learning a lot, but I haven't been totally shocked yet. Page 100, changed my mind. That kind of, I should have expected that, I feel like, but I didn't. Anyway, I'm excited to see where this goes. And I'm sure I would have said this in my introduction. I haven't filmed it yet. It is what it is. That I have the next book, The Final Gambit. And so I'm excited to go straight from this one into that one so that I can and then I have the 4th book on hold at the library, 4th and 5th. Yeah. Anyway, on hold at the library, so I can just go straight into the next ones. So I am excited about that. Anyway, let's continue. I am officially halfway through Hawthorne Legacy, and I'm going to bed for the night because it's 11:30. And I've hardly slept all week. So, and ignore my husband talking in the background. I'm halfway through, and I just am remembering how much I loved Inheritance Games. I really thought that it was just because I listened to it. I listened to the first half, and I really figured that I liked her writing style. That her writing style felt quick, and really fast paced, because I was listening to it as an audiobook, right? There's definitely a different experience there, but it just feels like it's moving so quickly. I feel like I could sit here and finish it tonight. Although my eyes have been trying to close for the last 20 pages. So, physically I can't. But, I could sit and finish this book tonight. It's just that, fast-paced, super interesting. There's obviously a lot going on. A lot happening. A lot of loose ends untied. But, honestly, I'm super engaged in this. I'm super excited to finish this tomorrow. I will check in when I have more thoughts. All right, I finished Hawthorne Legacy this morning. I actually ended up reading like 100 more pages last night. I really was like, no, I can really keep my eyes open. I'm going to go to bed. I got up and kissed my husband, grabbed a drink of water, was laying back down to go to sleep, and I was like, might as well keep reading. So I read like 100 more pages last night and then finished it this morning. I really enjoyed this book. I forgot how much I liked Jennifer Lynn Barnes, and I honestly was worried that the reason I liked Inheritance Game so much was because I listened to it on an audiobook. But like, honestly, it moved just as quick, just as fast paced, kept me hooked. I really enjoyed this book. If you read like mystery, high stakes stuff a lot, take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. A big reason that I probably liked this as much as I did is because it's different than what I've been reading lately. Like, I've read a ton. I think 11 of the 14 books that I've read this year so far have been fantasy. So I've been reading a ton of fantasy. And so it definitely could just be that that it's fun to read something different. My shirt's all weird. But I loved it. I really did. I think I'm going to rate it. I haven't completely decided yet. I have this rating breakdown that I use. That I'll come sometime on the channel and explain like how I rate my books and everything. But I haven't done my breakdown yet because I just finished it. But that being said, I think I'll probably end up rating it 4.5. I think a 4.5. I just think the only reason it's being docked, I don't know. I just don't feel like it's gonna stick with me. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like it can't be a 5-star. Like, already, I just don't feel like it's stuck with me. Part of that could be how quickly I read it. I did finish it in a day. So that could be part of it. But anyway, I just need to dwell on it for a little bit. But I think it's going to get a 4.5, which is still a really good rating. 4.5 is still really good. I don't know what I'm saying. I'll at least give it a 4.5. But it's definitely not a 5-star. But I think it's 4.5, maybe a 4 as I sit with it. But I'll come back to you and let you know. I'm going to start reading the Final Gambit. All right, I finished the Final Gambit. I forgot to record anything else about it, so you're just getting the recap. I'll just have to check in more during the next book that I read. I think I'm going to rate this book 4 stars. I enjoyed it. It was a fun read. I think I had more fun with the first and second book. But I did feel like this was a good end to the trilogy. I know there's more books, but this is like the original trilogy, right? I'm a little confused about this. I do have The Brothers Hawthorne and Games Untold on hold at the library, and then I've also got The Grandest Game on hold, but I can't, or that one's on ebook, and I'm like 170th in line, so we'll get to that one when we get to that one, I guess. Anyway, so I'll probably read those in a different reading blog when I can get those from the library. What I've noticed with Jennifer Lynn Barnes books is that they pick up at 100 pages. Like, literally every book I've read, I get to 100 pages. I'm like, wow, this is really good. But before that, I'm kind of like, meh, you know. So that's, shows the importance of giving it, 100 pages. Because I really did enjoy these books. This one kind of felt like, there was a couple of times where it felt like the author was in control of the story. And what I mean by this, it feels like things happen just for the story to happen. Instead of, feeling like, I know authors write the stories, and I know, I feel like it sounds so silly. I know the authors write the stories, and I know that they are making everything happen how it needs to happen for the story to work right. But sometimes in books, it feels like we're going on this journey, and thank goodness this happened. And, it makes sense. And sometimes it feels like, oh, how smart for the author to put that there so things could work out how they need to. And I prefer this happened in the story and it worked out so well, rather than especially in mystery, fantasy, something like that. I want it to feel genuine, I guess, like it really happened. You know, I don't know. I hope that makes sense. But I still did enjoy the book, and I feel like Jennifer Lynn Barnes did do a good job of trying to make it not like that. It's probably just me. But anyway, so 4 stars. It was a fun read. It was a quick read. Not my favorite of the series, though. Next, we are going to read on my Kindle. Look at my cute new Kindle case from Read All Day. I'm going to be reading Scepter of Fire by CFE Black. So I will update you guys when I have some thoughts. All right, I have an update. I changed my mind. I'm not reading Scepter of Fire because I got The Brothers Hawthorne and Games Untold from the library. They finally came on, or I finally got my hold, whatever. So we're gonna start reading these instead. I think Games Untold is the most recent. I think there was one before it. Yeah, so Grandest Game, I'm a little worried. Am I supposed to? I need to do some research. Like, am I supposed to wait to read this book until after I read The Grandest Game? Because that one, I've got The Grandest Game on hold, and I've had it on hold as an ebook for months, and I'm still like 107th in line. So that one will take a while. This video may end with this book. Yeah, I need to do a little bit more research to see if I can read this before. Hopefully I can. It's just short stories as far as I understand. About each of the boys, maybe? Hannah Rooney, Nash, Jameson, Libby? I don't know. It looks like there's some short stories in this one. So, I should be able to read it anytime, I think. Anyway, all of that being said, a whole 2-minute clip for me to tell you I'm going to start reading Brothers Hawthorne instead of Scepter of Fire. Let's go read. All right, it is time for a check-in. I always check in my bedroom because that's where I read. So I turned on the bed this time so you get a little different view. Anyway, I am 183-ish pages into The Brothers Hawthorne. This book is really fun. It's been fun to get the POVs of, oh my gosh, I almost call him Jameson and Grayson. I was close, okay? It's really cool to get their points of view. And I love these little, like, side quests that were going on. Like, I'm sure it'll, like, all tie together. But it feels really, like, side quest. I mean, it does tie in. You can, like, whoops, sorry, 1 second. There's a hair in my ear. But, like, it already connects in, but it feels like just, like, fun little, it's serious. I don't know why I'm saying fun little, but it kind of feels like fun little side quests, you know? I'm really excited to see where this goes. I just love Jameson. I'm in love with Jameson. So I am enjoying his POVs a little bit more than Grayson's, but I'm having a good time. I'm having fun. We're getting close to halfway. Anyway, I'm going to read until my husband comes in for bed, and we'll see where we get. Okay, so number 1, you're going to recognize this setup from the intro, because I'm also filming the intro today. I ended up DNFing The Brothers Hawthorne. And I'm not going to read Games Untold right now. I do think Brothers Hawthorne is a soft DNF. I definitely think I'll come back and read it. I'm not interested right now. I have a really hard time sitting down and reading series just back to back to back. Like, I just have to have something in the middle. And it's not even like, doesn't even have to be a different genre. Like my first reads of the year were Rage and Ruin, which is part of one trilogy, then Iron Flame, then Fourth Wing, then Grace and Glory, and then Iron Flame. So these two were the same series and these two were the same series, but like I tried reading them back to back and I just could not. So we are not going to see me read Brothers Hawthorne in this video. Yeah. I was enjoying it. I just didn't care. And I am trying to be a little bit harsher with the books I'm reading. Like, why force myself to read a book that I'm just not loving, right? Because there's so many books that I love. I actually ended up I just had been thinking about this book so much. Like, it was taking up all of my brain space and I hadn't even read it yet. It was Heavenly Bodies by Imani Eryu. By the time this video's out, you will have seen so much from this book, probably. Actually, this video is going to come out first. So if you're seeing this video, I'll make sure you like and subscribe and stuff. So you can watch my vlog of Heavenly Bodies because I had so much fun filming this one. But I just couldn't stop thinking about it. And so I finally was like, why am I forcing myself to read this? I can read it later. I love Kristen and Maddie. I don't remember what their thing's actually called. Oh my gosh, I will tag them. They talked a lot this year, or I can't remember when I watched the video, but they said the quote, "Good books will always be good books." Brothers Hawthorne is going to be just as good if I read it 5 years from now than if I read it right now and force myself to read it. And I'll probably even like it more if I give it some time. So this is the end of this reading vlog. I don't think I gave you my ratings on either of the books. I did rate The Hawthorne Legacy 4.5, and then I rated The Final Gambit 4 stars. I did like Hawthorne Legacy a little bit more. I just don't think like the mystery is super my vibe, but they were still really good books. Obviously 4 and 4.5 are great ratings. But yeah, I think that's just kind of where we're at. And then DNFing Brothers Hawthorne. I'm so sorry if you wanted to watch me read that one in this vlog. I feel like I'm like, the last clip I was like, yeah, it's good, let's go, I'm just gonna keep reading. And this clip, haha, nope. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this vlog. Please check out my other vlogs and my other content on my channel. I would love to hear your thoughts on any of these books. If you've read this series, let me know. Let me know if the other books are worth it. And I'll see you next time.